Please, could you spare a moment?
What's going on?
Ancestor, please. It's about my brother. I don't mean to disturb you, but I've run my requests through every channel and I've gotten nowhere.
Just take me through it.
What's going on?
Apologies. My name is Jomar. I'm the weapons officer for this expedition. It's my job to ensure the troops are armed and prepared for what's out there. And I've failed to do so. My younger brother, Oris, his unit was sent to scout the tower on the northern side of the island. They should have returned by now. The Overseer has denied my request for a search party, and defying him would mean dismissal. Or worse.
You think they might be alive?
Oris has been obsessed with San Francisco ever since I can remember. He jumped at the chance to join this expedition. I have to believe that fate isn't cruel enough to make this place his tomb. If you help me, I'll get you access to any weapon in my stock.
If I make my way up north, I'll look for your brother.
Well, that's generous of you.
If it helps, my brother carried an ancestral relic with him. I believe your focus might be able to pick it up.
What kind of relic?
A small metal piece dangling from a chain with a hologram of San Francisco. Which is why my brother always had it with him. The diviners speculated it was some kind of beacon, inviting the ancestors to visit the city.
Speculated? So there was data on it they couldn't read?
It was deemed lost knowledge. If my brother truly is gone, could you maybe bring the relic back for me? It meant so much to Oris. I'd like to keep it safe. For him.
Of course.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Keep it safe. Is that what we're gonna call it? Sure.
How? There's no way we can find our way back home like this.
You're back.
I promise you, we'll find a way home.
Harriam, we're never getting that gyro compass back. We're stuck here. For good.
The ancestor reborn.
May
Hello.
we be led to truth.
Just, Aloy.
What's going on here?
What's this I hear about you never going back home?
Our navigational ships.
They're all gone. Destroyed by storms and reefs, and with them the one instrument we need to guide us across the ocean.
There is one ship that might still hold a working gyro compass.
But it's beyond our reach, beached on an island surrounded by deadly currents. No compass, no way home, no way back to those we should have never left behind in the first place.
Christia.
So you two are soldiers?
Navigators, actually. I'm Harriam, and this is Christia.
So you
Hello.
two know how to use this instrument?
The gyro compass. Only I know how to read it. The diviners trained me. Harriam was chosen to memorize the charts found in the legacy.
So you can't navigate the fleet without each other?
It is the Quen Way. The greater the knowledge held by one person alone, the greater the risk it'll be used against the Empire, should we be captured by our enemies.
Our tribe sure is
Right.
cautious. So what is this gyro compass you're looking for?
It's a device used by the ancestors to help pinpoint a ship's location. But it only works if the readings are compared to a chart.
How'd you get your hands on something like that?
I guess it's safe to tell you, since you carry the gift of the ancestors. The diviners found them on ancient vessels back in our homeland, and modified them so we could use them on our ships. Without them, we're at the mercy of the seas.
I see.
You mentioned you left someone behind?
My wife, Leandra. She works the field in the Great Delta. When I was chosen for this mission, she begged me not to come. She was scared I wouldn't return. And like always, she was right. I left without saying goodbye, and now I won't ever see her again.
You said what you need is on a ship somewhere.
Yes. The ship we were stationed on. The night we approached Landfall, a sudden squall hit the fleet. While some ships managed to find safe harbor here, ours ran aground. The crew abandoned ship, hoping the ocean would spare us.
I thought we'd drown for sure. Thank the ancestors we somehow got washed up on a beach southwest of here. Scouts found us and brought us to Landfall. Not that it matters. The only ship with the gyro compass is grounded and surrounded by deadly currents.
Well,
Maybe I can help.
Not unless you can fly.
I can't do that.
no.
But if I find a way, I'll come back.
She's an ancestor reborn. Maybe she really can help.
I will not let myself hope just yet, but I thank you for your kindness.
Yep.
I don't think I
See
can
you guys
fly that
later.
ship. At least, not now.
Disappointing. But something tells me that I will find a way to carry myself in the air and move from certain directions back and forward at some point in time. Just call it a hunch.
There, on the beach. A Quinn scout. I need to get closer. See if he's carrying a relic like Jomar mentioned.
Let's take a look.
No relic. Can't be Jomar's brother. I should take a look around. See if I can find anyone else.
There's footsteps here. They look fresh.
More dead scouts. I should check if one of them is Jomar's brother. But I'll need to get rid of those machines first.
Alright, machines. Time to get rid of you. No hard feelings or anything, just business. You understand. Shh. You will tell no one. Hey. Make up your mind. Are you gonna turn around or not? Oh. Is there a machine left? Oh. Another spike snout. What are you doing all by your lonesome, spike snout? Looking for some company? Nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Ah! Oh. I mean, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
That's all of them. I should check the scouts.
I should check the snouts. Then we can move on to the scouts. Scouts.
Stuff for the stash.
Alright. Back to the scouts.
There's no relic. Not sure if either of them are Oris. But maybe one of them dropped it as they fought off the machines. My focus might show me more.
It's a possibility.
Nothing.
Oh.
Maybe my focus can pick up their tracks instead? There. Maybe Oris escaped the machines. Better see where it leads.
These are the same tracks I was talking about. We could have just followed those from the beginning. Fuck off, Pelican. Don't taunt me in my moment of weakness. I should have just followed those tracks. Forgot all about those spike snouts and borrowers. Oh, but it's kind of hard to follow the tracks here. Still. Oh. Okay. Underneath this thing.
It looks like it gave chase, but Oris fought it off.
Alright, nicely done, Oris.
Plasma won't have much effect on it.
Oh.
It looks like he ran inside the tower. Probably to escape those sunwings up there.
Uh-huh.
Tracks end here.
Then what?
Climbed up this tower.
Right. Oh, come on. Just let me get up there, please. There we go. Up and around. Out. Out and about. No. Oh, my God. Back off! Back off! Back off! Back off! Back off! Back off! Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking kill yourself, you peasant. Back off! Back off! You want to step outside? Show me what a big man you are? Come on. Follow me, this way. What's wrong, buddy? Scared? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck you. Shut up. I gave you enough of my time. And to the top we go. Oh!
Maybe if I go outside, I can find another way.
That's not the top yet. Wait. Wait. Up. Right. Up. Right. 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 Up. Left. Up. Left.
Close one.
Left, up, 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 left, up.
This must be Oris. But there's only one way to be sure. I better check for the relic.
And
The relic. And my focus picked up data on it. It's not a beacon, it's a tourist map of San Francisco. If the Queen could read this, they wouldn't need to send scouts out blind.
what's a tourist?
I should tell Alva.
Aloy!
Ah,
Here.
God.
Alva, I found some data I think Bohai might be interested in seeing. I'm sending it to you now.
I'll pass it along.
Thanks.
Alright.
I better take this relic back with me. Give it back to Jomar. Along with the bad news.
Ancestor, you've returned.
Hello.
Did you?
I'm sorry.
How did he die?
The tower was a sunwing nest. He went in there looking for cover, but he was holding on to that when I found him.
Horace.
I read the data on it. It had a map that can help your people get the lay of the land without risking more scouts. All of us sharing it with Bohai right now. It's a good thing your brother protected it.
I'd trade all the data in the legacy to have my little brother back. But I'm glad that something meaningful came from his death.
Yeah.
As promised, you now have access to my weapon stock. If you bring me the right resources, I can make you anything you see there. Actually, why don't you give this a try? One of our best. And if it's of use,
What's that?
you know where to find more.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Is that a crossbow?
And I'm grateful.
Well, see you later, friend. Oh, it's a rope caster. It's a canister rope caster. Not good. Alright, well, this was quite the fruitful and fun little trip, but I think it's time to return to the mainland. We got what we came for, so it's time to go. All right.
Those rebel outposts need to be dealt with.
Earn some
The tags
medals.
they've stolen,
That's what we're
returned.
here for.
What can I do for you, Aloy?
Well, that's actually why I'm here. I think... I mean, I'm not pretty sure, but... I found every rebel outpost I could find. And the tags each outpost leader took with them. So, here's all I found.
I found some of the tags you mentioned before.
Good. The squad mates and families of the deceased will be grateful. You must have cleared every outpost in the wilds. If I were a god,
I think so.
I'd be worried. More importantly, our dead can now be bagged and tagged properly thanks to you. May the Ten be with them. Here, these belong to one of the fallen. He left no family behind, but I know he'd be honored to have a true soldier have them.
Thank you.
Alright, thanks.
Take good care of them.
How did the 10 fly on that metal?
Well, I guess I should go.
Safe travels.
See you later. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jay Wishbone, what? Oh, these are like individual rewards for each thing, for each tag I've handed over. But what's the actual award? Oh. Alright. I guess that brave warrior of theirs just dumped all of his things that he found in the wilds. And now she's passed them on to me. Well, I guess I should feel honored. Alright. While we're here, got another stop to make.
Is that playback device working properly?
Yes. Thank you for helping to fix it.
The locator beacon on the recordings has led me to others, but the signal doesn't always travel very far.
You're lucky that the old ones speak to you. I wish I could hear their call.
Right. Lucky. That's what it is.
Will the new voices I brought help you?
I don't know much about this other great battle you said these recordings are from. So anything I can learn helps me understand how these warriors fought.
Alright, well, in that case, here you go.
Hey, I have some more of the voices you're looking for.
I'm sure I can learn much from them.
What are you gonna give me for each one? Oh. A frostback, sir. I can choose my reward, or I guess I can. All right. I'll have one Stormbird storm cannon, please. One Scorcher scanning ear. Some Frostclaw sack webbing. Oh. I have to buy something. Okay, a Tremor tusk. A Thunderjaw tail. A Tide Ripper tail fin. A Dreadwing metal fang. Frost Claw Circulator. Oh, I think I have to buy... Never mind. I think I have to buy each individual one. Alright. Silverfang, Earth Grander, Luminous Brainstem. And there we go.
That's the last of the voices I can detect.
You found them all. I was worried
I think
the
so.
Rovers would have looted them before they could be recovered. The voices of these ancient soldiers deserve to be held in honor, not sold as entertainment. I will make sure everyone who comes to listen knows that it was you who saved them for us. From one recording to all these, now I have the chance to learn so much about this forgotten war. Thank you. It will make me a better soldier, a better Tanakh.
Alright, sure, you got it. Good luck.
Good to see you again, Aloy. These wintry lights have brought some good cheer to everyone. I caught Abaddon humming to himself.
Really?
Take any ornaments off your hands, if you found any.
Here.
Actually,
So, are you feeling festive?
I think I found them
Take
all.
your pick.
Excuse me? Eid al-Fitr. They have an Eid al-Fitr ornament. Now this I've got to see.
Let's put this one up.
What is that gonna look
Hero's
like?
word. The lights would dazzle the sky.
The holiday of breakfast.
This must have been the feast of the crescent moon.
Oh,
Couldn't have celebrated every crescent moon, could they?
it's just crescent moons
Forge. That'd be a lot of feasts.
and some lanterns.
Oh, and before I forget,
Actually, that's pretty typical. Actually,
that chest over there.
Or our heroine had dared the challenges of the West.
some dates maybe would have helped.
Lights long lost.
Deserved riches and rewards.
I'm not quite sure I live up to all that, but thanks.
What do you say? All right, what do you got for me? Ancestors, a fucking thingamabob.
A few days ago, I came across a massive bloom of flowers east of the grove. Old Dorica was out there, too. I offered to escort her back to Sculpting's Spear, but she refused. She's an accomplished soldier, to be sure. But her spear isn't as sharp as it used to be, if you get my meaning.
If I'm out there, I'll keep an eye out for her.
Who's Dorica? Eureka. I found out who Dorica is. Why do I have to listen to a rumor?
Can survive freezing? So can I.
just so a new quest can trigger. Why can't I trigger on my own? Alright, everyone. We're back at the base. Not here to deliver any sub-functions, but to deliver the Omega clearance. I had to stop and try to remember what we
Aloy,
were...
you think we can talk?
What's going on, Aaron?
There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava.
You could say that.
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then. Oh, before I forget. Here. Something to commemorate our mission. We did good together.
Yeah, we did.
Thanks. So,
Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why
well,
you hit it off.
she's had some training. Even though it was on an older model.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Erend. I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
Yep. So, yeah.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right.
Hmm.
Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe.
Of course you did.
Don't forget,
It's all about
you're to
season
blame
shit.
for that.
Huh? Anyway.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
You.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
Oh, I guess we're still here to drop something off at for Gaia. In Gaia.
Welcome back.
Good to
For
be back.
Gaia?
Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva.
Right.
Oh, I also wanted to give you this.
Oh?
For helping with the land gods. Plainsong is in your debt.
Thank you, Zoe.
Sure.
You deserve much more for all you've done. May the land always bloom in your steps.
And yours?
I guess.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll
Interesting.
singing to calm the nerves.
How can you take baths in bubbles? I don't understand. Don't you need water?
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart,
Yeah.
beating with the life of the world. as always.
Something
The
like
cycle
that.
can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
Men, am I right? All about the big bangs and stuff. Oy, you know.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling to know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it
in
did
a sense, yeah. Not literally, but like by through lineage, I guess, if there is such a thing as seed lineage.
How to go with the chorus after we fix the land gods?
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head. But of course they had no choice but to take it as good news, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was exposed as rot. To be honest, I found the conversation to be highly enjoyable.
I'm glad. You deserve it. They're lucky that you never gave up on saving them. Anything interesting happen while I was away?
Aaron told us how you tracked down the Oseram supplying Regala with machines. In fact, he's quite adamant about relating the tale at least twice a day. But I can tell it meant a lot that you asked for his help.
I wouldn't have been able to track them down if it wasn't for him. How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Yeah. Doesn't every tribe have that? Huh.
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Yep. You do that. Good luck with that.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
Alva?
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're
who are our enemies.
And Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then
Oh?
there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
Yeah, well, what was that all about?
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Farrow, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Farrow.
Why?
Third ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Farrow spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principal diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Yeah, me too.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
Well, it's a start, at least.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone. Not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Yeah, you could say that.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire. Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
I see. Alright, let's talk about something else.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to
Yeah.
Quen as the Protector. Combing through data
Really?
related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But, based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well,
Yeah.
at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
Great.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover? With this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is,
Sure.
whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
Hmm.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean,
No.
you are, as in,
What?
you're both
Yes.
Elizabeth Sobek. But even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are.
To say the least.
I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
You are not wrong.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then
That's
I
the
will
plan.
do whatever I can. I promise.
Alright then. I'll let you get back to it. And there's Katala.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to
Alright.
finish the new arm Gaia
Glad to
was
hear
helping
it.
you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
Sure,
Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
Did Aaron tell you we found the people who gave Regala's rebels the power to override machines?
He told me of the battle. I suggested he etch this victory on his fighting arm with one of our inkers.
Is he going to do it?
what did he say?
He didn't say no.
Huh.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up.
Yeah. Billions of lives. Over one mistake.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay.
Alright.
Not how. Where. Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
Alright.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Consider me interested.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regala's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the 10 guide your way.
See ya, Katala. Alright, is it worth checking in on Beta? She usually doesn't have anything new to add. Oh, and her room is locked. Yeah, okay. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. Alright, let's go back to Gaia. And stuff.
Welcome back.
Hello. Here you go. I got you some drones. In fact, I got you all drones. All 10 of them.
There we go. All drones are reconnected to the dome now.
Yep. Show me... Show me Landfall. I don't see anything. Oh, it's loading.
Good choice.
Huh. It's showing me as it is now. All busted up and stuff. Alright, fine. In that case, show me Las Vegas. Let's see what that looks like. Huh. Must be an older version. Doesn't have any of the lights. So that's pointless. What do we want to look at? What's that? Beach. Alright, let's look at the beach. The coast. The western coast. That would probably look nice.
I like this one.
It's backwards. It's showing me trees. I don't want to see trees. I want to see the beach. Busted ass drone. Okay, how about down here? Maybe down here. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. Alright, there's some water. It looks more like a swamp. It's disgusting. Doesn't give off a nice feeling, does it? Alright, let's check out the bulwark area, the snowy region, territory. That would probably look nice, all nice and cozy.
I like this one.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing, Gaia. Stop sharing your opinions with me. So, that's it? Alright, maybe Gaia will have something special to say now that I've connected all the drones.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta?
What's going on?
Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay.
Alright, that's much better.
Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
What? Now what? Gaia, hold on. We'll continue this conversation later. Gotta check on Beta. When I saw that door closed, I knew that something was wrong.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called...
No, that's not it. There we go.
Aloy,
What's going on?
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
They won't. Look.
We have a solid plan. You helped come up with it. Without you there, the probability that the Zeniths discover us is high. But with you, that risk is much less. We'll get Hephaestus, get out, and come back here. It'll be okay. No! You can't guarantee that. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Well, you probably weren't raised by a hunter and taught to hunt from a very young age. To start with.
Beta. You don't have a defect.
You don't have training.
Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. Like you said, odds are in our favor if I do. We have to succeed. You have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course.
What's up?
If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand?
Right.
Promise? I promise.
Alright, I promise. Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen.
I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible.
Alright.
I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Thank you.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Alright. Let's see if everything is alright up here. No? There's a lot of stuff going on. Alright. Let's just, let's get back to what we're gonna discuss beforehand. Hello, Gaia. Do we have to turn on this drone every time? Alright, so.
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta. I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships, despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel. I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1.
Me too.
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Let's continue for now. Questions about Zenith.
The Zeniths. Beta said they were some of the most... I think Elizabeth knew one of them.
No. If she knew that... What we can conclude is that the Zeniths to protect...
It's the same stuff. It's nothing new. Alright, never mind. What?
Gaia?
We exchanged... It was the first of many... Listening to her...
Your friend?
Yes, though I am...
She was okay with that. Thanks, Gaia.
It's the same stuff again. I don't understand. Alright, let's see.
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so.
Oh. So we've got nothing to worry about. Okay.
So I, found thieves. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
I mean, it kinda almost did with the Quen.
Aside from Gaia
Basically.
and Thieves, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
Oh. Well, that can't be a good sign.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us until now.
Seriously?
She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as 2 miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia.
We're all a bunch of special little butterflies, aren't we?
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite.
Oh.
You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Right.
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. How's all of us settling it?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
Yep. See you later, guy. Alright. People to see, things to do. Let's go backwards, shall we? Let's start with Katala, for once.
Aloy, are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta.
Well enough.
It's better now, though.
Ah, I'm not surprised.
Really? Why not?
Why do you say that?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was
Yeah?
deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that.
Right. Glad it didn't come down to it then.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
Alright. I didn't mean it as an insult.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best.
Right. Well. Good talk.
I should go get ready.
I await your orders.
Alright then. See you later.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything alright? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh.
Exactly.
And
oh.
If you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Oh.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy
Who?
tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung
Oh.
Tao, whom we call the
Who?
healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
Perhaps, yeah.
Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit. But I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. So seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotalo. You know?
Yeah?
In case the Zeniths show up.
What kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now.
Oh.
We'll even the odds soon enough.
That's pretty good advice.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
Oh.
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another
Who?
ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in Landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
Sure, you got it.
I should go. Make sure you talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
May your path lead to truth.
Yep.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in Landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
So...
Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say.
Uh-huh.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, It was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
I should go.
As soon as you intend to leave for Gemini,
you'll hear about it.
I'll let you get back to it for now.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
It's all good now.
She's coming with us to Gemini?
It does.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Catalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said, just in case.
I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
Yeah.
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
Huh.
In time, I believe so.
Oh?
If anyone can make it happen, it's
We
you.
turn off the lights. Damn kids. Don't play with the electricity.
What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will.
Alright. Good luck with that.
You were right, you know. About keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess a part of me thought he was holding me back. Because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
Thanks. I guess.
I'm glad you're coming with me, Varl.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there somewhere?
No more running.
Not this time. See you later.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers,
What's that?
the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting
Yeah.
a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
Huh.
I should go.
That same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I am. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
So, tell me about...
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was
or maybe even an abnormal... Did the Zeniths tell you any
They said the only thing that mattered.
First Earth. Guess they survived.
What? We heard this.
So you know about the extinction signal?
Speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Her plan almost failed. If I hadn't stumbled upon a focus as a kid, things would have been a lot different. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia would assign me learning mod wipe of the Zenith.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my... to have all a little.
Alright. We got all that. We definitely don't need to ask more about Tilda. Alright, so...
Have you had a chance to get to know everyone upstairs?
Oh, a little. I haven't gone up there very often. But Varl comes down here sometimes to talk. At first I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but... I think he actually wants to talk to me. I think he might even be a... friend.
Yeah. I think he is. Have you talked with anyone else in the base?
Yes, although most of the time I talk to Gaia. Sometimes I even forget that she is an advanced AI. Whenever we have a discussion, she asks my opinion on the subject. I didn't expect that.
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders.
Yes and no. It was Elizabeth's directive, but Gaia thought for herself. Modified her own code.
She became
oh, Gaia thought for herself.
Yes.
I see.
So aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured.
If it wasn't for Varl and Zoe, what matters is they helped me, and I recovered. Right?
Right.
Right.
You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe,
well,
I'd never be able to do the proving.
It'd take a lot of physical training, but I bet you could do it.
No, no. I'd be more interested in studying artifacts from the old world. Or the bunker door in All Mother Mountain.
Well, the Nora would make you an outcast for that.
Well, then I suppose we'd be outcasts together.
right.
Alva's joined us. Have you two had a chance to talk?
She told me she's not allowed to access a lot of the data her people have. Similar to the restrictions I had in my training interface. I told her that if we succeed at Gemini, then once we return, I'll help her search for more ways to help her family. Even though Gaia will fix the biosphere, it'll take time for farmlands to fully recover. So, I want to help speed things up.
How so?
Right.
Bioengineering of more resilient plant strains, novel crop production methods, equipment upgrades. Something that might help
in the short term. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. So when you talk to the others, are you calling them over the focus?
No, they'll come down here to visit. Like Erend. He's funny. But loud. I wish I could show him the media portal and the data channel. I think he would like the sports hollows. There was one where two people would criticize each other before wrestling to see who was stronger. It was bizarre and violent, but I think Erend would enjoy it.
Yeah, you're right. I bet he would.
Insults and wrestling? Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
So how goes setting up on the merge?
Guy and I have added a function that will display a holographic interface to visualize the data stream from Hephaestus. It should make expunging its malicious code a little more efficient.
That's great.
Alright.
Whatever we can do to cut down the merge time is going to increase our chance of success. Good work.
Yeah.
I'll continue to search for other ways to speed up the process. But whenever you're ready, I am too.
Alright then.
I gotta go.
Alright. Be safe.
Yep. Let's change up those lights.
Wordsmith's heart warmed as a friend returned. So, what'll it be?
Let's try something else. St. Patrick's Day, Bodhi Day, Christmas, Chinese New Year, Valentine. Ooh. Alright, we gotta see Valentine's Day.
Let's go with this one.
I'll get right to it.
Is it gonna be hearts and roses?
A lot of hearts flying around.
Yeah.
I got shards. This one's dedicated to the romantic arts.
It's just hearts. Well, that's not boring. That's boring. That's not boring. Meaning it's boring. Alright, oh, he said something different this time. Okay, I want something that looks unique, like the Christmas ones. But also, like, funny or goofy. Easter. Let's try Easter.
This one seems good.
I hope.
See what it looks like. Is it gonna be eggs or is it?
Eggs and flowers have to do with each other. Signs of spring, maybe. Aloy. So.
I don't know about this. Okay, fine. Let's try this. Bodhi Day.
I want to see this one.
So,
what is that gonna look like? That sounds like it would be something weird, like.
Beneath the cascade of golden leaves, the old wordsmith found himself reflecting inwards, a meditation of the mind, and a calming of the spirit.
I don't know what that is. It's probably something. It's like Buddhist, like Buddha. I don't know. Halloween then.
Let's see this one.
You got.
It's gotta be pumpkins and skeletons. If it has skeletons.
Stranger than a spark in a puddle. What kind of festival celebrates bats?
Jack-o'-lanterns.
Bats. What did they feast on?
Alright, this one is, you know, it's I don't know. New Year's Eve. Alright, let's try St. Patrick's Day.
Let's go with it.
I know it's gonna be 4-leaf clovers, but is it gonna have something else?
Why by the forge would the old ones celebrate some kind of green leaf?
It's for luck, I think.
Nah. Not a fan of that one. Alright, Chinese New Year. What's that gonna look like?
Let's put this one up.
It's obviously gonna have dragons, but what else?
Showers of sparks and serpents. Whatever they were celebrating, It must have been quite a festival.
Those tiger things or whatever.
The old... So...
I don't know, man. These are all sort of underwhelming. I think the Christmas one set the bar pretty high for what to expect.
Let's
just go through each one. Judge them all. New Year's Eve.
Fireworks like Moreland's. And all that other stuff floating around. Is that snow?
Champagne.
Don't think so.
Dust?
No.
Hail?
I think it's just sparkles.
Oh. Interesting. Aloy. So.
Alright. We tried Chinese New Year, Halloween, Easter. What else haven't we tried? We tried them all, I think. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas. Fine. Alright, you know what? We'll pick Valentine's Day.
I want to see this one.
And so
it's not that unique, but it's
hearts filled the air.
Goofy enough.
The old wordsmith fondly remembered a maid who once made his own beat in his chest.
Oh yeah? Are you gonna elaborate? No. It's probably too painful a memory. Alright, well, see you later.
Looks like there's more to this place. I'm sure Tilda won't mind me poking around. How to get through these vines?
Ooh. Why would Tilda mind? She's not here.